Barb, MeeplePhD.
And I'm her husband, Andrew.
And today we're going to do a playthrough of Cubitos, the subject of my latest Cosmic Game Connection. Cubitos is a pool building, dice chucking race game where you are trying to get around the board faster than everyone else with these tiny dice that may or may not hit what you want. So let's go down to the table and see which one of us can roll our way to victory. So here we have set up the first game in the campaign that comes in the booklet for Cubitos. We will talk through kind of the basic turn structure, and then we'll talk about all the different amazing dice and what they do. So we're going to do this simultaneously. On a turn, on a round, you're going to start by drawing 9 dice from your pool, and it tells you right here on your player deck how many you normally get. We actually start with 9 dice. We're going to roll them, and any that come face up that aren't blank are going to go into your active area, and then you can choose to roll again or not. Now, if you have fewer than 3 symbols showing in your active area, you're going to want to roll again, because nothing bad happens if you do roll again. But let's say I had rolled 3 face up things. Now if I choose to roll again, I could bust. So if I roll again and nothing comes up, I would have busted and I would have been done with my turn. But I didn't bust, I got 2 more face up. So let's say I'm gonna stop here. So anything that didn't come up with something on its face, you put back into your roll area. And then we'll do this simultaneously, so I would wait for Andrew to be done rolling as well. And then we flip our little marker here over. This goes through the phases of the roll phase, and then the run phase, which is the second part of the turn, the round. So in player order, and I forgot this important die, the start player each round also gets to roll this black die, and it has a couple extra sides on it. So let's say I rolled that, and then if that comes up similarly with a face on it, you put it in your active area. If not, it can be one of the ones that you re-roll. But if it comes up with nothing along with everything else, you still bust. So I am now here in the active phase. I have 1 foot, and I have these symbols on my die, which are points that I can spend for new dice. First, I would resolve any abilities. Right now I don't have any special dice, so there aren't abilities that I can resolve. I would look at this symbol on Mr. Soldier, which we'll talk about, and I figure out how much of everything I have to spend. So as I said, I have 1 foot, and I have 5 monies to spend. So I will first use my foot, and I can move on the path. Now, from the starting line, all of the spaces are considered contiguous to it, next to it, adjacent. So I could go there. I cannot go on any water spaces, at least with the dice that we have. I also can't go like off the board. I think those are the main obstacles. I can't go in the center here, obviously, either. There is traced out on the board this line that shows you the shortest path around. So you might want to follow that if you want to get there first. But there are other things we'll encounter on the board, and I'll talk about those once we go through the turn structure. So I, use my footprints, and then I have 5 to spend, and I get to buy another die. So we have these not quite in order of price. So I could buy Smelly Cat or Bob. You can buy up to 2 dice as long as they are 2 different colors. So I could also get a Rich Dog and a Mr. Soldier if I wanted. Those would go into my discard pile, whatever I bought. Let's say I bought a Rock On. And then all of this gets discarded. And then Andrew would do the same. Now, I think a lot of this can be done simultaneously. For the playthrough, we will do this in order. Buying the dice should be done in order in case you run out of any. The start player gets dibs on whatever's there first. So then once Andrew does the same thing, he resolves his dice, then we go to the next round. Move the start player die over to the next player. But now at the beginning, I have some stuff in my discard and I have some stuff already in my roll area. So when I count up to my 9, I start with whatever's in my roll area. So I already have 4 there. And then I can draw more from my draw area. There's nothing there, so then I move my discard over to here, and then I can use whichever ones that are there that I would like to fill in my 9. This is kind of like a deck builder where you have to empty your deck first before you get to shuffle and reuse the cards. And then we keep going until someone gets all the way around on this board to the finish line. So let's go over the board, and then let's go over the special dice. So on the board, if you happen to end your movement on one of the spaces that shows something, you get that something. So here, this is 2 credits. Now, unlike the credits on your die that have a circle, the circles mean you have to use it that round. The ones that are square are ones that you get to take into your play area and use whenever you would like. So those stick around from round to round if you don't want to use them right away. This one here lets me lose one of my dice, so I could chuck one of these terrible gray dice, which have one side with something and then nothing on any other side. This is the fan track, which I did not mention. When you bust, you also get the benefit of moving up on this fan track. What does that do? Well, the first move doesn't do a whole lot, but the second move, you get a credit. The third move is the really good one, though. You get a credit, which is again one of those square guys, and you get a fan. What does that do? Well, that means when I choose my 9 dice, I actually get 9 plus 1 now, and that stays with me for the rest of the game. And that way, if you continue to bust, you have a little bit of a catch-up mechanism there by having more and more dice in your pool. So this just lets you move up on that fan track without having to bust, which is probably the better way to do it. Let's see. This lets you lose 2 dice. This lets you gain any die that you want into your discard. Same here, and then there's more and more rewards toward the end, but of course you're trying to get across the end. The other thing to note on the board is that there are these sections with red barriers, red lines. Those don't impede your progress through the board, but let's say I was here and Andrew was way back here behind this red barrier. For every red barrier that you are behind the leader, you get an extra die when you go to your roll phase. So that's the board. The goal is to get across the finish first. You continue your movement once you cross the finish, just in case more than one person crosses the finish at the same time. Then whoever's made it further across the finish, the farthest past the finish, is the winner. There is another tie condition if you end up on the same spot. I think you keep playing between the 2 tied players until someone is ahead at the end of a round. Where this game really sings, of course, are these dice. And this is just one set. This is the suggested set for your first game. But there is a deck of, I think, 6 other abilities for each die. So you have a lot of replayability in the box. So let's go through these. Smelly Cat has, and these cards also show you how many active sides are on the dice. So it has 3 inactive sides, and then it has a cat and 2 feet. So the feet work as normal, but if you get that special cat symbol, you get 2 feet. Then we have the Rich Dog. That has a 3 credit side, and then it also has the dog. So if you activate the dog, you get 3 credits to spend right away, but then you lose Rich Dog. He goes back to the supply. Mr. Soldier. So this is one where when we're right after we finish rolling the dice, we're going to look and see who has the most of those crossed sword symbols. Whoever does gets the benefit of Mr. Soldier, which is 3 credits, 2 movement, but then you lose 1 red die at the end of your turn. So it's another one that's going to keep going back into the pool and coming back. But that also means that the other player has a chance of beating you on another round if they didn't succeed this time. Then we have Rock On, which has a foot and 2 shields. So if that shield side is up, you in your active area, you have the option of putting that back into your rolling pile as kind of mitigation for all the terrible blank sides that you might hit, because it has 3 active sides where a lot of them just have 2. Then we'll go up to Bob. So Bob has I think 2 credits, and then it has the peace symbol. The peace symbol comes up with Bob. Wherever you land, wherever you end your movement, you can get a reward that is 1 or 2 steps away from where you land. So this isn't great. He could get 1 credit either place, but let's say ended here, could either lose a die, get 2 credits, or move up 1 on the fan track. So if Bob came up and was active. So dugout, I cannot remember, so you'll have to read that one.
Okay, so dugout is you pick 3 dice from your draw zone and roll them into your roll zone, and then move any hits to your active zone. So it's basically 3 extra dice you can roll, but you can't bust if they happen to come up all blank.
Right. And if you're cycling a lot of Mr. Soldiers and Rich Dogs out, you may not have a lot in your draw pile, is what we've found. So you have to kind of balance how many you're getting rid of each round. So then we have Reckless Cheese.
So when Reckless Cheese's cheese side has come up, and it's sitting in your active zone, then each time you push and do not bust, you gain a foot, and you can use that foot immediately.
I love Reckless Cheese.
Is it the Lederhosen?
It might be.
Okay.
And then Rollosaurus.
And Rollosaurus is straightforward. There's only one side that isn't blank, and you gain 4 feet.
That's a nice one,
In
that
this
one
version.
it does come up. So those are the dice. I think we've gone over all the rules, and we are ready to begin.
Okay.
So we'll reset and be right back. All right, so here we go. I gotta put myself back over to the roll phase. So we draw 9 dice, which is just our starting dice this time.
Mm-hmm.
I get the special start player die, and we go. Ooh, I got 4 symbols. I notched that one. It didn't have a symbol.
I only rolled 2 with symbols, so I
you
just roll
can't
again.
bust. I'm wondering. Let's move these.
You want to
At least
re-roll in
one
the middle?
of us can roll in the middle. Yeah, maybe we both roll in the middle. Oh, I got 2 more. I think I'm gonna hold.
So I have 5 blanks. I'm going to try re-rolling.
Oh, you got another. A couple more.
Okay. I have 3 left. I'm not going to push it any further.
Okay. The one other thing we forgot to mention is another way to spend your credits, and it's on here, is that you can spend 4 credits for a movement. So, not as important at the beginning of the game when you want to be pulling in new dice, but becomes important later. So as a start player, I get to go first. I have 5, I'm up to 6, or I can take one of those as a credit. I think I will take one as a credit and take, I'm going to take Smelly Cat. We'll start with the moving strategy, I guess.
Okay. And you had any feet?
That's it. I had no feet.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
gonna sit at the start line for a while.
All right, so I will spend my 5 credits on Bob, who is also 5, and I have 1 foot. So I'm going to be the orange monkey. And I'll actually go here and get 2 credits.
All right. And our pets are gonna try and play along, apparently. All right, so that's
Okay.
round 1. So you get the start player. We tend not to forget to flip these over each time, so I'm going to try to do that, but we will see. She can be back there. Oh, no, I don't get to roll these. I'm going to draw 9 new ones. I am going to draw my nice new one. 6, 7, 8, 9. The dark gray have 2 active sides, where the light gray only have 1, so generally you're going to pick those before your stupid light gray ones. Oh, look at that roll. I got nothing.
I again only managed to roll 2 things.
Oh, okay, this time I got some stuff.
Better. Okay, I have 4 blank. I'm going to stop here.
I have 5 blank. I really want to roll again, but given how I've been rolling, I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
So you go ahead.
So as the start player, I have 4 credits to spend, or 4 coins plus 1 permanent credit, but I'm just going to spend it, and I'm going to buy a Smelly Cat as well.
Okay.
So I used all of these. And I have Bob, who is after my move step, gain a reward that's 1 or 2 spaces away. I chose poorly because there's nothing that's 2 spaces away from me. So, oh well.
Okay.
So that was my turn, and you get to start.
For the next one. So I actually have footprints this time, so I am going to get going on the track. I will just go straight ahead here. I have 2 to spend, plus then my permanent credit if I would like, but I'm just going to get a rich dog. Discard, and then these get discarded, and we go again.
Okay.
All right, so
we both have 1 die left in our draw pile, so that has
go.
to go into the roll, and then all of our discarded stuff moves back to the draw.
So I'm going to put all my good stuff in, so next time I won't have good stuff. And we should double check no one is behind
A red line.
a red line, so.
Nice.
This game is a lot about counting to 9 over and over again.
Yes.
Oh. I'm gonna go again, which might be dumb. It was not dumb. I guess I'm gonna stop. I really want to roll some more, but I'm gonna stop. All right, so I don't have any special abilities showing, but I do have 2 feet. Ooh. I'm gonna do a dumb, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, so I stop on one of the permanent credit spots. So I've gone a little out of my way. And then I have 5 to spend on my dice, up to 7. I don't think I want dugout though. So I'm gonna grab Bob. I love Bob. And that is me.
Okay. So I have only 2 coins to spend, plus the 4 credits I have. I think I will spend those credits. I'll just put them off here to the side and buy a rock on for 4.
Nice.
And I have 2 feet, so I can move 1, 2. And I have Bob, so I can gain a reward, so I can gain this, which is lose 1 die. So I will take one of these terrible
One-sided
light gray dice and cast it into the outer darkness. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, so you get the start player die again.
Okay.
My 2 terrible dice come into my pool.
Same as me.
4, 6, 7.
And
Oh, I only get 1 good die. I'm gonna have it be Bob. Okay. We're back in the roll phase. Yeah, we are. Now that we know the steps of the game, we just don't flip those back and forth. Okay, good. I can't bust this time because I only have 1 active symbol.
So my turn is sort of terrible because I rolled exactly 3.
Well, it's a good thing I can't bust because I rolled exactly nothing on the second roll.
I will roll. Oh, that's much better. That was not.
Well, the big die came up with something too.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm rolling into your stuff. You're fine. See, now I'm in that terrible spot of do I roll again? I think I am because I can't move anywhere. Okay, now I'm going to stop because everything else is coming up blanks.
Okay. So I have 2 feet. So I will go tick, tick. And I have 5 coins to spend.
Ooh.
So you can buy 2 dice on a turn. And the only requirement is that they have to be dice of 2 different colors. So with my 5, I could buy a 3 and a 2, a Mr. Soldier and a Rich Dog.
I was tempted by that last time, but I love Bob too much.
Okay.
So, all right, I have 1 movement, so I will get back on the track. But Bob came up, so I get 1 more credit. I have 2 to spend, which isn't great. So I'm going to spend those 2 and 2 of my reserved credits for a rock on. All right.
Okay.
So I get the start player. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time I get all the good ones that I didn't get last time. I'll put Bob back in there. I only have 2 symbols, so I can't bust this time.
I only have 1.
Ooh, now I've got a bunch of symbols, so I could bust. Ah, those are pretty good symbols.
I'm going to push it.
I'm going to stop. Ooh, got your smelly cat.
Okay.
Okay, and this was actually blank when I moved it over there. All right, so I'm start. That came up with nothing, so that was great. But I have 2 footprints, and Bob came up, so I might want to get 2 credits, or I could lose 1, 2. So I can lose. I will also lose one of my terrible gray dice. And that was Bob, and then I have 4 to spend, plus my permanent. I really want to get up to Reckless Cheese. I'm going to do the Rich Dog and Mr. Soldier like you did last time.
Okay.
That is me.
So my rich dog came up, so I gained 3 coins, but I lose this die, and I have 3 more on my light gray dice, so that's 6 to spend.
Do you want to do your movement first? Because you could get some bonuses from Bob before you
That's
do
true.
that. So why don't you keep your rich dog for a second?
Okay.
Just to remind yourself.
So if I do my movement for my smelly cat, that's 2 feet. So I could move there and then use Bob to gain a reward that's 1 space away. I can gain 2 credits.
Or
Get my
move up
2
on the
credits
fan
back.
track, but yeah, that'll let
Yeah,
you
that would
buy
be another
more.
option.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have 6 plus 2, that is up to 8 to spend. I still don't want a dugout though for 7. So I think I will simply opt to buy another smelly cat for 5, and 1 credit is just kind of wasted. And my rock on does stuff when I'm rolling, it does nothing during the run phase, so
Right.
it just moves off to the discard pile.
Okay.
And I'm done.
So start player back to you.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, neither one of us is behind a red barrier. I'm going to do those 2. Okay. Well, okay. These dice are not coming up Barb yet. Oh, but I got Smelly Cat. Apparently I'm going to do 1 active side at a time this round.
Oh, I did not bust.
I
Excellent.
might bust. Oh, and I did! I busted. Okay, so these go back in my roll area. These get discarded. I move up 1 on the fan track. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. So my Mr. Soldier came up. So we compare who has the most. That is going to be me. So I gain 3 credits
Okay?
and 2 feet, and then I lose the Mr. Soldier.
But you get 3 actual, like,
Yes.
round-to-round credits. So, yeah.
So the Mr. Soldier goes back, and that is handled. And I actually rolled 5 again.
Oh.
So I could get a Reckless Cheese for that. I spent these 5 plus these, well, I'll put them here, plus those 5 credits. And I have 2 feet, so I can go, and that ends my turn.
Okay. So we should be moving first.
Oh, okay.
So we
Before we buy.
Yeah, before we buy. So we should remember that.
Okay,
Okay. And actually, we could just put these in the middle
that's true.
so we can do all the phases. All right.
Good idea.
Okay, so 2, 4. So again, no one's behind. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, man. So I now have enough that I don't discard anything
Oh, okay.
before I'm doing all my drawing. foolishly gonna roll again, even though I got a lot of good symbols there. Ooh. Now I'm gonna stop rolling.
So I rolled a shield on my rock on, so I'm pushing, so I can move it back to my roll zone and re-roll it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just busted.
Oh, but you only have 2 symbols.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So you can't bust yet. Reckless cheese.
Okay, so now if I keep pushing,
Roll here.
so I did not bust, but from the reckless cheese I gain a foot and must use it immediately.
Yeah.
So I can just go here and get 2 credits. And I can push again.
Which reckless cheese makes you want to do?
But I busted.
So you'll come up here and join me on the number 1 spot of the fan track.
Okay.
I did not bust this time though. So Mr. Soldier came up. He did not come up for you, right? So I gained 3. Well, you busted, so it doesn't matter. So I gained 3 credits and 2 movement.
Correct.
So that's 2, 3, 4 movement total. I also have Bob, so I want to think about where I end up. And Bob is 1 or 2 spaces away, right?
Correct,
1,
yes.
2, 3, 4. So now I can take this reward, which is lose a die, and move up 1 on the fan track, which gets me a credit. That's all my movement. This Mr. Soldier goes away. I also got a rich dog and a 1 credit, so that's 4 total credit. I think I am ready for a dugout.
Okay.
But I lose rich dog now. There we go. So start player goes back to you.
Okay.
And we go again.
4.
3,
Let's just
5.
off my
You
draw
are
zone.
now 1. You are 1 behind me, so you get an
So I
extra
get to draw
die.
an extra, roll an extra die.
5, 6,
Take the rock on.
8, 9. 6, 8, 9. Ooh, lots of good stuff there.
Do I push?
Did you get your reckless cheese?
I did not,
So I
'cause I'm not-
activate dugout immediately, right?
Correct.
So I roll these 3 dice. They didn't come up, but they now get added to my roll zone.
Correct.
Okay.
Roll
He's
mine.
been used. Oh. I have decisions to make.
I am pushing. Oh, actually, I can use this rock on to re-roll it. And I have.
Did you bust?
I did indeed.
Oh no.
So I advance 1 and get a credit.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have my shield, so I'm gonna push once, which might be dumb. Nope, wasn't dumb yet. The question is, do I do it again? Yes. Yes, I do. Because that is what this game is about, and now I busted. Let's go in the roll zone. These all go here. I move up 1 on the fan track, but I now get an extra die every round. And another credit. Ready?
Sure.
2, 4, 6.
8.
You're still 1 behind.
Okay.
7, 8, 9. But I automatically get 10 now. I shouldn't roll again, but I'm going to. I'm going to stop there. I learned my lesson last time.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm the start player. Bob came up, my rich dog came up, so I have 1 movement, and I will move here, and I will do the same thing again. With Bob, I get to get rid of a gray die and move up 1 on the fan track. So then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm getting myself a reckless cheese. And rich dog goes away.
Okay. So I have my reckless cheese came up, but it didn't do anything for me this turn, and it does nothing at the run phase. I have 3 feet, so I can go
Ooh, you're gonna
1,
catch up.
2, 3, which lets me lose a die. So I'll lose a light gray. And I also have Bob, so I can gain something that is 1 or 2 spaces away.
So 2 credits
So
or the fan track?
I will use the fan track.
Okay.
So that advances, and I get a credit and a hand. Perfect. And I have 1 coin to spend that I rolled, but I have 4. So I will buy a rich dog and a Mr. Soldier again, and just spend all of it.
Okay.
And there we go.
So the start player goes back to you.
Okay.
We each get 10 dice now because we each have a hand. No one is behind a red barrier. 6, 7, 8, 9. Got all my good stuff now. Oh, reckless cheese came up, which means I have to push. That's the danger of reckless cheese. Oh! I busted.
Busted.
I
Oh, dear.
busted.
I'm going to push one more time.
I do get 2 credits though, so yay, yay me.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. So I have a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 foot. Do I want to go along the outer edge of the track? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to try to go
The fast
into the
route.
center.
It's probably the better choice.
So the rock on does nothing at this phase. The starting player die gave me 1 credit, so I'll just take it. I have a rich dog came out, so that's 3 coins plus 3. I have 6 to spend, plus my credit. I could get a dugout at this point. I will get instead a rock on and a rich dog, which adds
Okay.
up to 6.
And there we go. So next round.
Okay, so you take the start.
I take the
die.
start. I think we are both still at 10 dice.
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have all my good stuff in here. Ooh, now my pool is down low again. So if I did get dugout now, I only have 1 die I can add. But I got reckless cheese, so we all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push. Oh no, don't put reckless cheese in there. I did that wrong. Oh, I was putting my shield in there. That's where my brain was. Okay, I got a foot, so I didn't bust, so I get to move. I didn't
Okay.
bust again, so I get to move again. I'm not actually sure I want to lose 2 more dice at this point, but it would be losing those crappy gray dice. Alright, I'm going to do that. I'm going to lose... Can I lose them out of here?
I believe you can lose them out of anywhere.
Okay. I don't want to lose my active ones,
No.
because that would be dumb. Alright, I'm pushing again. It might be dumb. No, I got a foot! I'm stopping now,
Still
but I
hanging
get
on.
the free movement from my reckless cheese.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So, reckless cheese has done its job. I got 2 footprints, and I have Bob.
Don't forget the soldier phase too.
Oh, soldier face. I have no soldiers.
So I have 1 that came up.
Okay.
So I gain 3 credits and 2 feet and lose the red die.
Okay. Do you want to do your movement right now then?
Sure. So I also rolled 2 feet, so that's 4 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay.
And
now
you didn't
can-
have Bob come up, so you can't
I
pull
did
that
not.
reward. Okay. So now I can do my 2 movement. 1, 2. And Bob came up, so I'm going to take 2 credits. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I wanted. I'm gonna take a smelly cat, which will cost one of these, and another rich dog for 2. There we go.
Okay.
What have you got?
So I did my movement already.
Mhm.
I only have 2 coins to spend. So
Plus
I'll
your
buy,
supply there.
plus my supply of credits, but I want to hang on to those.
Okay.
So I'll just buy another rich dog.
You're gonna try and get a Rollosaurus, aren't you?
That is what I'm hoping for.
All right, and I move that on to you.
Okay.
So we are ready for the next round.
Okay.
2,
And we are still on the same side
yes.
of the red lines.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Yep. Ooh, I got a lot of good stuff. I should probably not roll again. But I'm going to.
I'm also pushing it.
Oh, I got my reckless
2
cheese,
rich
so I didn't
dogs.
bust. But I'm not pushing it again. That seems like a bad idea.
This is very dumb.
Roll here.
I'm pushing it again.
Oh, it paid off.
Excellent.
Are you going to be able to get Rollosaurus?
I believe I shall.
You got 2 rich dogs.
So,
All
okay.
right. So no Mr. Soldiers.
Correct. I'll do the move, so 3 movement. So 1, 2, 3. And you can take that next turn. And this is 4 coins, 2 rich dogs
Oh, so
is
that's 10 right
6. So
there.
that's 10 right there. And I can spend 2 credits to buy a Rollosaurus.
Nice. Nicely done.
And that ends my turn.
Okay, so mine's not going to be that spectacular, but I have Smelly Cat, so that's 2 movement, plus 1 more movement, so that's 3 total. 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 credits for where I landed, but I also have Bob, so I can take these 3 credits. 2, 3. So let's see, I got a rich dog, which is 3, 4. Oh,
You
I can also get a Rollosaurus. I think I would enjoy having a Rollosaurus in my collection of dice.
They're expensive to take care
So
of.
here's Mr. Or Rich Dog. And
Yeah, I should turn both rich dogs.
we're ready to go again.
Okay.
We are, oh, I am actually 1 behind you.
Oh.
If you look where the red goes,
Oh, okay.
I am 1 behind. So I
Yeah.
get 11 dice this time.
Definitely use my
Which is my
Rollosaurus.
entire pool of dice. Which means the dugout does me no good. It would be real dumb to roll again. Oh, I got a foot though. Open the door. Oh, come on. My shield is in there. Oh, look at that!
My Rollosaurus came up as well.
I only had 1 die that didn't hit.
Okay. I'm
All
not
right.
Going to push it.
No, me either. So, we don't have any Mr. Soldiers out there. He's already done his job, and so is the shield, and so has the cheese. I have Rollosaurus, which is 4 movement.
Mm-hmm.
I have Smelly Cat, which is 2. And then I have 3 others. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 movement. I wonder if I should be getting myself into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Now I'm going to take the short path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that we both have Rollosauruses going. And then I have 4 to spend. I will take another rock on. That is me.
Okay. So I also had 3 feet come up, plus a Smelly Cat
Wow.
is 5, is plus 2 is 5, plus Rollosaurus is 9 movement in all.
Same as me. Wow.
So I'm going to stick to the fast line mostly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9.
Ooh.
So that gets me 4
4
credits, so I'll
credits.
make a little change. So that's all of the movement. I have 3 to spend.
Plus the 6 you have in front of you.
Right. So that gets me to 9. Okay, I think I will buy a dugout. So that means I actually spend the 4 I got. So, okay.
All right, so we are in the end game now, it looks like.
Yes.
Especially with our Rollosauruses coming out. So, let's go. You get the start player.
Okay.
I have nothing in my draw pile.
7.
And you get an extra because you're behind me.
Okay. 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7.
That was a fairly poor roll for me. I only rolled 2 non-blank.
Well, you can't bust at least.
Reckless cheese.
I got dug out, so these guys can come get rolled.
So my reckless cheese is out. So I rolled without busting, so I get 1 movement.
I'm going to put my shield back in and do another reroll.
1, 2. I will also put my shield back in.
I'm going to do one more roll. Probably dumb. This may lose me the game right here, y'all. Oh, it did not. I don't know that it won me the game either. I have to stop.
I think I need to push. So.
Oh,
the
you just won
Rollosaurus
the game.
came up.
See, I was thinking I should maybe
And-
push one more.
And my reckless cheese actually also gives me 1 movement from that pushing.
I just did lose the game.
Okay.
I mean, I guess now that I've decided to pass, I'm out.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I don't think I can come back in even if,
Okay.
now knowing that you have that.
I don't know. I mean, I think we can let you do it if you want to, but you only have 2 dice.
Well, I put this one in there too.
Okay, so then you have 3
No,
dice.
let's play
Okay.
this out, and then I will
Okay.
roll those 3 dice and see what I maybe would have come up with. on
Okay.
one roll.
So I have the 1, 2, 3 plus Rollosaurus is 7
7.
movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, crossing the finish line.
Yeah.
7.
And the whole finish line is considered just one spot. So.
And so I could buy something if I wanted. It doesn't seem useful.
Right.
So I'm
So
just going
let's
to
just
skip
see.
that step.
Do you have enough to buy a movement?
Yes, I would actually, because I have
You
this
should probably
gives me
do
1
that.
credit.
Just
I can then,
pad your lead in just in case.
yeah, so then I will spend 4 to get 1
But
movement.
I don't quite make it to the finish. So I have 4 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have 4 to spend. So I hit the finish, but I don't
Okay.
get across. So congratulations, you made it across. So what did you think?
So I think Cubitos is a really fun sort of press your luck style racing game.
Yeah, I love rolling dice. I know you're kind of at the luck of the dice there, but you get to roll extra dice if you bust. You can buy better and better dice that have more sides on them. And it's just fun to do that, quick roll and will I come up with what I want or not?
And I like also that the game has sort of a very strong arc of speed because at the outset, you saw our first 3 turns, we moved maybe 3 or 4 spaces.
I don't think we even made it
And-
past the first barrier.
And so you're thinking, oh, this game will take a long time. But at the end, you've bought better dice and hopefully dice that synergize together. And then we're getting 4 movement, 7 movement, 9 movement on a turn, and we just speed around the final turn.
Yeah, I mean, we did the half of the racetrack in, I think, 2 rounds. Both of us did that. I like that there are a couple of valid strategies in this game where you can kind of lollygag around trying to get some of those benefits that are on the board and buy better and better dice because of that. Or you can go straight in for speed and just try to take the shortest track. And we've actually seen both of those work. We had one game where I was way behind everyone else and they had pretty much written me off of the game. But I had, was building up my pool of dice and my money, and suddenly I raced ahead and beat everyone, which I don't think anyone was real happy about except me.
Mm-hmm. And it's also interesting to try to make your dice synergize together, to combine like the rich dogs in an effort to earn lots of coins so you can buy that expensive Rollosaurus die.
Yeah, and we have only done, I think, 3 or 4 of the games in this campaign. We didn't show this, but so this is the side that we played this time. There's actually a second side to this map, and there's another map in there that's 2-sided. Plus, each of the cards, I think I mentioned this, there are 7 total abilities for each die, and so we've only kind of done the tip of the iceberg so far with this game.
And it's sort of similar to Quacks of Quedlinburg in that respect, because the game suggests combining various sets in particular ways that work together well, so you can explore each of those combinations, and if you want, then you can also start combining stuff randomly and see how it works.
Yeah. So I've really enjoyed every play we had of this. We tried it initially at the Dice Tower retreat last fall, and I wanted to add it to our collection immediately. So I made us do that at PAX, and now we're getting it to the table more and more and introducing it to other people who I think are really enjoying it as well. Is there anything else you want to say about the game?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, so I hope you enjoyed our playthrough. I'll be back again with another video soon. In the meantime, you can like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you later.
Thanks for watching.
So what did you think?
So I think Rollosaurus is a really fun, sort of push your luck racing game.
Or maybe Cubitos, not Rollosaurus.
Sorry, yes.
Should we start again?
Yeah, let's do
Okay. You're just thinking that because it made you win.